Level 92. Crimson Glow. Survival difficulty, Class 3. Unsafe. Unsecure. Low entity count. Level 92 is the 93rd level of the Backrooms. Description. Level 92 appears to be an infinite hall and stairway. The halls and stairs have this glowing effect on it. The color of the level is mostly a crimson red. This level is completely devoid of entities, besides the halls. Wanderers that explore this level, with more than one person, seemingly become alone in the level, but all wanderer groups that come out say they were at the same level. Once you're in the level, you will be at the stairway. The place would be very quiet at first until you start walking up the stairs, and would have gold bars leading to jazz music will start to play and will stay like that until you leave. Once the music starts, you will feel like you are being watched, and have a feeling to look behind you. If you do so, nothing will be there. Sitting on the stairs for a bit will make you nauseous, and you will pass out, waking up on a bench on level 11. Once up the stairs, there will be a door. Open it to get to the hallway. If you wait too long to open it, you will hear whispers, repetitively telling you to open the door. The whispers are very faint, quieter than the music playing, which itself is very quiet. The hallways. The hallways will have that same crimson glow as the stairs on certain parts of it. The halls will be pretty short, with doors on either side. And a door at the end, which will lead to the same stairway, or you'll end up in a lobby room that leads to level 11. The doors lead to different rooms, which seem to randomly generate with the events, and different doors which lead to a different room. Each room is an apartment, and will have around 1 to 3 entities and rarely more, which they look like normal people. These entities will be doing completely different actions most of the time, and most of them will ignore you. In the rooms, there are windows. These windows seem to be in level 11 of midnight, and all clocks are stuck at 12:32 a.m. Some rooms can lead different levels, to some leading to elevators that take you to level 65 most of the time. In these rooms, normal to very strange events will happen, which there is an events list below. The events. Here's a list of events reported by the few wanderer groups that explored level 92. Throughout the events, the jazz music will still be present. There are said to be many more events, but they are not recorded. Here's a list of events. Event 1. This event is simple, and the most common. You walk into a random person watching TV, and will completely ignore you. If physically interacted, more whispers will repetitively tell you to stop, and they will get louder and faster if actions are continued. Once the action is made, you'll pass out, and wake up in level 0. The room is always similar. One bathroom to the right side of the entrance, the bedroom to the door in front of you, and the kitchen door to the right side of that. To the left is an open living room, with the person watching TV, and a window that seems to be in level 11 of midnight. Objects and furniture would mostly change every time the event has started, but the furniture will be in the same position in the living room, while the furniture being similar to the others. The TV is usually playing random channels from the 1980s to 1990s, although one wanderer reported a TV streaming a lit camera feed from the building outside the window, recording you from the window. Looking out the room's window this time, you will see a light on in the window of the other building, with a camera on a stand, and a shadowy figure next to it. Event 2. This event is a bit strange. You'll walk into the entrance, and the kitchen will be in front of you. In there will be a different woman each time. She will greet you, and ask you if you're hungry, as she is cooking a meal. If you deny the request, she will let you leave or stay in her apartment for as long as you want. Although, if you relax somewhere in the apartment if these events happen, you'll pass out, and wake up in level 26. If you agree to the request, she will lead you to the table next to a window, where you will wait for the meal, with the TV on in the living room, with one person, or no one watching it, which they will also ignore you. Once the meal is finished, she will serve the meal, and this meal is randomly generated and can range from good to bad cooking. If denied the meal, she will throw it away in the trash, and rarely, the camera event can happen in the window next to you at the table, recording you. Although, if accepted or not, finished or not, the same actions will happen. She will say she needs to go do something in her room and walk into the apartment hallway, into her room, and she will say you can leave once your meal is finished. If you leave, nothing will happen. If followed after she is gone, once at the door to your room, the whispers will tell you to stop, and again gets faster and louder if ignored. Once the door is opened, she will not be there. The room will be a normal bedroom for a female, with nothing out of the ordinary, but once entered, the door will shut behind you, and will be locked. Then you will soon pass out, and wake up in level 20. Event 3. The third event is also strange. This apartment contains a married couple, usually one male and one female. Once started, the woman will invite you in, as the male is on the phone with his work, assumingly his boss. The female will tell you to take a seat and relax, as she says she has stuff to do at that moment. If you go and see the woman at this time, she will be on a different phone, talking to someone. At this moment, they will both completely ignore you. If you try to leave, the door will be locked. After a few minutes, the male entity will hang up his phone and walk to the living room, where your aunt will be very aggravated at his call. He will sit down next to you, and ask you a few questions, mostly about your life, and act like you have been here before. And will act like a normal person at this moment, although questioning the entity will result in you aggravating him more. After a few minutes, he will get tired of you, and walk over to the room where his wife is, and start complaining about why she brings random people into their apartment until they start to have a loud argument, which you can hear very clearly, and they mention you a few times like you have been here before. If you enter the room where they are arguing, the whispers will tell you to stop again before you enter, although if entered they have disappeared, and similar events will happen like event 2, where the door shuts, and locks itself and you eventually pass out, and wake up in level 4. If not intervened, soon after the argument, the male storms out and leaves to his work. Late in the night, if followed, he will be gone. After this happens, the wife will tell you to get out of her apartment. If denied, the whispers will tell you to leave. If you do not, you will pass out, wake up on level 5. Event 4. This event is rare to find. This starts when you walk into 3 people having a conversation. 2 look like police, while the other is a normal person. Most of this apartment's furniture is destroyed, and it is scattered across the floor. Overhearing the entity's conversation, you can hear how the police are interviewing the person, as they talk about how the person rampaged and broke everything in their apartment. If the conversation is intervened, instead of disappearing, the entities will still be present, and will ask you questions on what happened. If you don't answer properly, or deny to answer, they will kindly ask you to leave the apartment. If not, you will hear the whispers telling you to leave, and if you don't, you will again pass out, and wake up on level 42. If you explore, you can find a note on the ground, as it reads with poorly written words, "I will find you." If you find this note and read it, the person will get up and chase you through the level, while the police is catching up trying to stop him. Once grabbed, you will pass out, and wake up in the hub. Event 5. This event is also rare to find. In this event, an entity, mostly male, will tell you to come into their apartment. At this point, he will want to show you around his apartment, and give you a tour as he calls it. If denied, he will beg you to do it. If you keep denying, it will get more intense until he charges at you. At this point, you will pass out, and wake up in level 30. If you listen and let him give you a tour, he will show you different rooms at random, although while this is happening, you feel like you're being watched. And doors are opened by a crack. You cannot see inside. If tried to interact with it, the man will grab you and you will also pass out, and wake up on level 40. At the end of the tour you randomly ask to use the bathroom. He will allow you to do so, and you will walk in to use it. At this point, you feel like something is a bit off, and you'll notice the door has opened a crack. You will open it to find a camera on a stand, recording you, with a shadowy figure behind you. And at this point you will pass out and wake up on level 1. Colonies and outposts. The Afraid. This outpost is an event that will take you to this group. This group is made out of a husband and wife, who are not entities. Their names are Jimmy and Petra. These people lived in this place before the strange events happened. They have major anxiety and paranoia. They cannot leave or talk about the event, otherwise they will pass out. They claim to hear the whispering all of the time. Their apartment seems to be normal, with a restocking fridge, entrances and exits. To enter, you must enter a random hole in the walls of level 34, or enter another hole in level 42. To exit, you must either keep exploring until one of the doors led to level 0, level 5, level 9 or level 37, or if it's an elevator, it will take you to level 65, or pass out, and wake up in various levels, or get to the lobby room. To enter level 11, after exiting, the jazz music will still be present for around 30 minutes.